Hey, 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 welcome to the Attic Manadad here. I got a special guest today. That's right, it's my brother, Brobi wan Kenobi. Say
Hey,
hi,
hey,
Broby.
hey.
There he is. There he is.
Yeah, I didn't know
Um,
when you're done. Yeah.
yeah, he's been dominating this format. You think your win rate was like 60 to 70%, you think, in the last?
I was almost at an infinite stage. Now that I gemmed out the set, it's, I won a good clip there once I started drafting aggro.
Okay, and I barely played this set at all, so there's your red-green signpost. You said you're liking red-green.
Yeah, I think he's better. I used to let him go.
Teresian Mindbreaker, defending player
He's
mills
not great,
half
but
their
he
library.
can win the game. I just
Yeah.
don't think blues is good. I'm really hedging towards red.
Right. Well, you wouldn't have to
But
play the Unearth if you could get there with the 7 mana, but uh,
well, you what you want to do is you want to attack and have him die, because then he can't be like put on, and then he attacks out of the graveyard again, and that's good enough.
yeah.
So it doesn't really matter if you keep him alive. You just need him to get on the board and attack first, because once he mills for two, like you're
Okay,
leaving your
22
opponent with like
seconds. 22 seconds. What will you pick out of this pack?
uh
You take the
either the
engineers?
Mindbreaker or the Engineer. It just depends. I don't think the Mindbreaker sucks exactly. I,
I mean,
he's
it's we got a millstone. We'll probably wheel.
Oh yeah, you'll for sure will. That's not a good card. You can take the Mindbreaker if you want to go. If you want to go more
Well,
fun.
I
The
guess.
the engineer doesn't give you the engineer. He's the better aggro card. The engineer is though.
Well, and then we get
There's
a
your green
Philogy
red. But
Vanguard.
that's not better than this Stone Seeker. That's what you want.
Yeah,
The Stone
this is a
Seekers.
great aggro card.
Yeah, it's a really good card.
I just played with this card in my last draft. I've only done about 4 drafts in the format. One on my phone, which I think I went 4-3, and then Premier Draft I went 1-3, which I'll probably never post. One I went 4-3, which I just posted, and I just recorded a 3-3. Those last two were quick drafts. So
Yeah,
this
you're
is
gonna
like
get
my
it.
fifth
Let's
fifth
draft a
draft of
seven
the
win deck.
format.
Let's draft a seven winner. Take the
Uh,
Stone Seeker.
okay. What do you think of Raise to the Ground? By the way, do people main deck this one?
Not as many. There's just better removal. The shoot down's way better.
There's also a Disenchant in that pack. People still haven't
You
packed the
you have
pack.
your options to get the. It just depends on what you're playing. Right off the bat, I really try and go heavy red. Um,
Yeah, blue seems like the weakest color, and I
the
think
Sentinel is good though.
red. It's a lot of people's
Red
favorite.
blue is good. Red blue is good.
The Zephyr
I've
Sentinel, you
definitely
like
taken
that?
some.
I know you
You're
like the
not
Juggernaut.
necessarily sold. No, I like the Juggernaut's going late now, and it's done well in like certain decks and the mono red decks and stuff for me. But I would probably say the Sentinel
Okay.
is the best card in this
Well,
pack.
that
The Stronghold will be second to that, and then it would be the Blast Runner, and then probably the Juggernaut.
then the Juggernaut that late. Okay.
But if you got a hard on for red, which I kind of do right now, I just sometimes just pack the red cards in the first pack.
Well, we can
I'll
try to
just take evacuation explosion over cards I probably shouldn't. Like if it's
we'll
like
try to cut
in
red.
my yeah, I just want to cut red because I think it's what wins the most. And even it's like whirling strike and commons that you get in multiples a lot of times are pretty good.
And you've been doing mono red decks. Well, there's
Yeah.
Philogy Vanguard. I just played a bunch of those in a deck. They were good. As far as blue, we got this Koilos Rock. I've never seen anybody play.
I've seen a bunch of people play it. It's fine. The Boulder Branch Golem might be the best card in this pack, even though you're not green. You're often just playing him as the 7 drop, and then there's enough fixing to get you onto that 1 mana if you had to play him. The other card I like is the Paratrooper, maybe even over the Vanguard. He's obviously a good card,
That
but you haven't taken anything white at this point.
a good card. Well, we could be blue white soldiers. So I
Uh,
guess it's really protecting against white or protecting against green is that decision.
not that good.
Oh, this was a good card back in the day. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of 1/1s, but
Okay, what do you see here?
you have a Sentinel again. So he's good in that blue-white deck. I mean, there's a world in which you might. He's 2/1 flying me, and he can make a 3/2 flyer, and he drops down and saves a creature
This guy's pretty good
sometimes.
too.
Not as good as a Sentinel. think the Zephyr Sentinel's good, man. I think it's pretty aggro too. That looks like a blue-red aggro start to me, and you know,
with a little bit of top end, maybe.
yeah. I mean, you can do a second
What do
win
you?
condition with
The
the Mind
sibling
Breaker.
rivalry seems pretty good. There's a lot of sacrifice outlets in this format.
Yeah, it is if you have it all together. It's like you're more trying to get it late when you know you got all your sack stuff together. I mean, you can hedge and take it. I like the Blitz automation probably at this point.
Okay. We also have
I
the
think
Air
that
Marshal.
card. Yeah, I think that card plays well though. The 3/2 haste doesn't suck, and then a 6/4 haste late in the game is it's a nice top deck sometimes.
Bobble just makes the deck smaller. We got this 10-10 guy. I noticed a lot of people playing this.
He doesn't suck if you're playing green. You have to kind of play green though, so you can cast.
This is a late disenchant, right?
Yes, it's kind of late. It's probably the best card in the pack over the Bobble, based on what the format is.
The disenchant.
Yeah. But you're nothing white yet, but blue-white is a deck, and you do have two, kind of cards that are for that blue-white aggro. We've seen some of the
Let me just
white cards
protect
go by.
against white with the disenchant then.
Yeah.
Be safe. And there's Curate, which
Nothing.
is good in the blue-red spells.
Probably the best card I would think is the Recommission if you were playing one of these low to the curve blue-white decks. But the Gigamole is also a good card. The Demolisher is proved to not be as great unless you have a bunch of Power Stones.
I don't have any black.
I
guess we're taking Recommission here.
Yeah.
Ambush Paratrooper.
Yeah, that feels pretty
Holy
good.
Recluse.
The Psychic, the Blast is good too, but
Pyrrhic Blast.
yeah, because you could get one of the big. I mean, you got some big cards in your deck as it is,
Which do you like? Do you like the Pyrrhic Blast? Should we keep cutting red?
Oh, I don't know what if you're playing red, then it's better than white. If you're playing white, the Paratrooper's bad.
See. So Retrieval Agent, Urza's Rebuff, Raise to the Ground, Unleash Shell.
And it might even be the shoot down. You just still want to stay a little bit open. That's such a better card than the rest of them.
Okay. There's yet another shoot down.
Oh, there's another blast too. Heaven 2 Blast doesn't suck. You can definitely build around it now at this point.
Okay. And then, are you playing supply drops in your aggro decks?
No, the Recluse is a good card. You can play it. The Onslaught's not terrible in the spells deck, but there's your Airlift Marshal.
Air Marshal
and Military Discipline. Yeah, blue-white's pretty open. Take the Airlift Marshal for sure.
Other one.
Airlift. All right, so you're kind of getting a sign that you're getting blue, which is good. You kind of cut the Mind Breaker, and there's your Evacuation Explosion.
Excavation
Just
Explosion.
If you're playing red here, if you're going blue-red, then I think that's easily the best card. You can leave in the Boulder Branch, I think.
Just like as a 7-drop?
Yeah. Dude, he gains 6 life, man.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
He turns the tide on a bunch of games. Like, you might be getting beat down, and you got to get to the Boulder Branch.
There's another one.
Another explosion. The Key to the City doesn't suck either, but it feels like it fits a couple decks better than a blue-red deck might.
What decks do you play this in? Because
I think you play it in the green deck where you can
seems really
tap it
slow.
with the one drop and use it as a ramp card instead of discarding. That's the best combo with it. So with the 1/1, you can see when I beat Quarter Calls, that's what he was doing. He was using the one drop that allows you to tap an artifact, add any color to tap the key. And that's the best.
And if people want to watch that, did you turn on your VODs for your streaming?
Oh, I didn't watch. It's on his channel.
Oh, yeah, people go to his channel.
It's right near the end of his stream.
Let's promote Court of Calls.
Yeah, he's a great player.
Yeah, good podcaster too. All right, I'm just gonna take that. Stasis Coffin. This seemed okay, actually.
Okay, so no, it's Jamie Topples played that against me. Did you watch that game?
Yeah.
The Combat Courier is the best card here. I'm pretty sure.
You don't like the Conscripted Infantry?
No.
As a soldier, Mishra's Juggernaut.
I like this guy because just the sack on Earth he draws 2 cards, man.
Yeah. Good value.
He's the high He's a high win rate card. There's another explosion, dude. That card's been good.
All right, I
All
guess
right, so
red's open from this direction.
yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah,
We caught up to the packs
you
again.
do need some prowess stuff. You need to kind of get the prowess cards. Get your white cards out of there, I think. I think they're dead to you.
Would you ever play this Philology Archaeologist?
In a blue-red spells deck, that's the only deck you would play it in.
Okay, well there it is.
It's not milling your graveyard without recursion though isn't good in some of these decks, right?
Well, we got
Like,
this is an unearthed creature. This is a big
it-
unearthed creature here.
yeah.
So we got another Air Marshal.
I think Energy Refractor is a pretty good card because it would trigger all that prowess stuff that you don't have yet, and it kind of opens you up. Go for the Throat is a good card here too.
Yeah.
If you thought in a world you could splash, but the Refractor allows you to get like some different ones out of the graveyard, and I think it's the best card for your deck.
Well, do we think we'd ever end up black?
Not at this point. I don't think. Maybe. I mean, you could take black over. You could take the Go for the Throat over
Okay,
the
I'm
Refractor.
gonna
It's
go
just
with
so much powerful.
your instincts. You're good at this format. So Psychosis Crawler can be decent.
Yeah, that's interesting in your deck a little bit because of your ramp ability, and then because you might draw a bunch of extra cards in your deck.
This is also removal here and a non-creature spell.
Yeah, that is removal. I don't know, man. It's a hard pick. I think you have 3 explosions, and you can kind of take the Crawler here for the fact that guy can just like get if you're holding cards like to get to your big stuff. He can be a decent sized body too.
Oh, here's a way to splash white.
Okay, I don't know.
I guess this is a prowess guy.
Yeah, I think it is the Forge Chandler.
I've been playing these in the red-white decks, and they're okay.
Yeah, they're okay.
Combat
They're
Courier.
the 1/3.
Combat Courier, Latinam Adept. There's the Onslaught.
Sure, the Courier.
And we can take a weak stone subjugation now.
Yeah. I think you got a pretty good lane here. Let's see if red gets cut off at some point for you. That card's not that good. Might just rather have the Demolisher because you have the 2 sack off. You have the blast, the double blast here. So you don't have to you can just bring them in and blast them.
Ace is Coffin. I could rare draft.
Maybe the draw, the Flow of Knowledge is your card here.
You think so?
Yeah, because you could end up heavier on the blue side, and then drawing a bunch of cards with the crawlers.
The Elsewhere Flask is good. Paul Krug.
I've never played that card. I think you just take the emergency build.
Let's just cut red.
Okay.
Maybe you would want to split Power Stones in your deck.
Because we got a bunch of these big guys now. Oops.
Well, it's your sibling rivalry.
Supply drop? I guess that's... Supply drop could be pretty good in the blue-red spells. Obliterating Bolt.
That's a good one.
Painful Quandary is a bomb.
I don't think it's a bomb, no.
Oh, have you played against it?
Yeah, I played against it several times, and I beat it every time.
Well... I have a game.
See, that's not true. I lost.
I have a game where I went from winning to losing after they played.
Well, you just discard a card. You know, you just throw your lands.
Yeah, I had to discard a bunch of cards.
You got to build up the cast against it, and you take a hit here and there from it if you're ahead.
Yeah, well,
so it doesn't really change the whole entire course of the game. But Glittering Bolt's real solid. You're packed with removal. And you may even start going face with the explosions just to make sure you're ramping.
So we need to find, yeah.
We
got the Forge Channers.
The Mightstone animation doesn't suck. I like the Mightstone animation.
Okay.
Because you got the power, you got the all the, you know, you're gonna have all these. You should be able to get. You're getting from the explosions, the Stone Seeker. You're getting your Power Stones. You know. The rock isn't bad either.
Ooh, Mechanized Warfare. I need those anyway. That's the best card for us.
Yeah,
Probably. There's Evolving Wilds too, which is
I think it fits your deck pretty good. You want a little bit more of your you wouldn't mind getting another strong ball. Or
Yeah.
did you get a strong ball?
I don't think I've gotten a Strongbow yet.
You need a strong ball. But this crawler does 2 damage every time a card's drawn. That's pretty insane. You might want the Stern Lesson here, would be my guess. The Steel Exemplar is playable too, because when you cast it with the Power Stones and just one color, it's a 6/6. But Stern Lesson is a good card too.
Which one's Stern Lesson?
It's the blue on the right-hand side
Oh,
where you
this
draw
one.
2
Draw
cards,
2
discard,
cards,
and get a
discard
Power Stone.
The Power Stone. Yeah,
But
better
I don't
divination.
know if you need bodies. The Steel Exemplar is pretty good, and now you have the artifact.
Well, this is the prowess guy we need actually.
He's not as good as I don't think he's not
Which
played that
the
well in
exemplar you
format.
think?
He's playable.
We're out of time here.
Yeah,
We took the exemplar.
he doesn't suck for you. What did you get, the Steel Exemplar? I think that's the right call because you're going to be ramping from turn 3 with the explosion. Like, that's part of your game plan. Brotherhood End, interesting, dude, because you could just sandbag. You also have Thopter Mechanic here. They're both pretty good. I guess that hurts you with your Power Stones, if you think about it. I think Thopter Mechanic could be your better card here. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a good card.
Yeah, I know, it's real good. And it's real aggro.
We'll see. The meta here and the gold level might be a lot different than your meta.
Yeah,
up at the
Unleash the Shell. I guess you can add that in.
Platinum and Mythic. Unleash Shell, possibly.
It does extra damage with your...
We don't really have a lot of prowess type payoffs, though, right? Like,
no, you haven't got the
prowess. We got one
guy.
Dwarven
You might get the prowess flyer coming back to you. Hold on, we'll find out. There's a Forge Chandler.
There's another Forge Chandler. There's another Mightstone's animation. Is this
Chromatic
for the draw 2? Draw 2 /
No, it's not a draw 2. It's a draw 1, get a color or anything.
Or, well, yeah, but you draw a second card in your turn. So you trigger and draw 2 stuff with it. And you can trigger sacrifice stuff with it.
Yeah, no, it doesn't suck. I'm just saying I don't know what's better for you.
And non-creature spell stuff with it. There's another Air Marshal.
I think it's Combat Courier or the rebuff at this point. The Blast doesn't suck. I just don't think you would play 3 Blast. And you still don't have to have big bodies for it.
Well, there's yet another Combat Courier.
Dude, they don't suck, man. I'm just saying they're...
Well,
they're
I can have 4.
Yeah.
We can definitely build around the draw 2 cards.
Get the rock here. Or
we're deep in pack 3 now.
I think you want the Careless Rock. I think you play it too.
Oh, there's another one.
Sure. I think you play too.
There's our Prowess guy. Did come
I
back.
told you he was coming back.
You can also take this Prowess guy, but
no, you'd rather have the Wing Commando. I take the Depth Charge Colossus. That's good for your deck. You want to play that for sure. Just kind of shocked you hadn't seen that yet.
Fall of Krug or the Swift Gear Drake?
Swift Gear. Neither good. You're not playing either.
Well, okay. I should have taken the uncommon to build my... You know about that trick to build your vault? Take uncommons over commons late in a draft.
Dude, you got a lot of gems. I didn't realize you must be doing all right.
Well, no, that's from putting money in. Not from winning.
You're on what hack is this? This is 3.
That was it.
Hey.
It's going to be an interesting build here. Okay.
You could use it for the Boulder Branch.
You're saying cut the refractor?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the supply drop. Mechanized Warfare, I don't know. We don't have that many red sources.
Archaeologists, and you cut some Airlift Marshals for sure. Because you want to be more red and artifact creatures. You got this Swift Gear. Got the Unleash, the Akurlos. You only need one of those. You can cut the Flow of Knowledge probably, because I don't think it's that great for you.
I kind of like the Corlos rocks with all these top end things, but
Yeah, no, I agree. It's a fine card for you. But you have to cut a bunch of cards, man.
how many Combat Couriers would you run?
Well, in this deck, maybe all of them. The airlift marshals aren't really good for you because you don't have that many other soldiers you'll be able to fly, like none. That guy's a soldier. I mean, the combo is like it can pull off the airlift marshal, but a 2/1 flash flying doesn't suck anyway. And if it like pulls in and like saves one of your creatures like from a removal spell, and that's no big deal.
I just don't think mechanized warfare is going to cut it here.
Yeah,
Well, it is or artifact source, so maybe actually
yeah, it's
never
red.
mind.
It's red and artifact. That's what I was saying.
I was thinking red
Couriers are
only,
good.
but yeah, it works with the Combat Couriers.
What it works with is your Psychosis Crawler. When you draw a card, it deals 2 damage now with that card.
Yeah, that's pretty
And
good.
so that's its own win con in and of itself. Like you'd almost wanted the Swiftfoot boots because if those are on board together, it's like you just can try and your Combat Couriers can draw 2 cards each, right?
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, boom, Psychosis Crawler kind of gets big and he's ripping for 4 damage, no problem. But you don't really have any other draw stuff other than that, right? Because we didn't get the sucky of your big ended cards would be the Demolisher and the Boulder Branch, just because you can't play him on with the green now early if you had to.
Right.
And I don't think you have any other life gain synergy in with having the 2, and then that allows you to cut a land or 2 off if you cut those 2 out of there.
That's potentially a 3-drop.
That's a 3-drop. You keep it. So I think you cut the Demolisher here. Then go check your land sitch here.
But
like,
you still keep the depth charge Colossus because this thing doesn't untap.
For 3, it does.
Okay. I guess by the time you cast it, you have 3 mana.
Yeah. Well, you can throw it. It doesn't tap automatically every turn like the other one does. So you can play a 6/6 for 6.
It also just dies to a disenchant, whereas the other one can unearth and.
Yeah, it sucks in that regard, and it doesn't have trample or any other abilities. However, it's a 9/9 that you can sack to your blast and win the game with.
Yeah.
So that's the main reason.
Can we just go down to 1 blast?
You could go down to 1 blast, but you have other good stuff. I guess you don't. The Mindbreaker's not good to sack.
This is potentially a 6/6.
6/6.
That's a 6. That's a 9.
I think maybe you're right. Maybe you just go down to 1 blast.
Sibling rivalry you probably cut here. We don't.
Oh yeah, you cut that for sure. You don't need any other way to sack in it. And Unleashed Shell isn't great. And then you could cut 2 lands and go down to 15 at this point because of your ability to make Power Stones. Check your pips there. See if you need to be more red or blue.
7 blue, 9 red.
9 colorless. Yeah, I think you run this.
All right.
This looks pretty good.
All right, let's try it out. We got a Brobi wan Kenobi approved deck. Okay, so I had to concede my first game. I got called away for a work thing. Now it's been days and days and days, and I just read over the deck list again just to refresh myself. I do know we have blue in this deck. I don't have my brother here to tell me whether or not to keep this hand. My instinct is kind of to keep it. We got a 1, we got a 2. And we'll hopefully draw something else. Maybe it's a waste of a Soul Guide Lantern. Okay. Of course we do draw a blue card. Wondering if we should sack the Combat Courier. I guess if they play anything that outclasses it, like the Stone Seeker, well, we might need it to block the Stone Seeker. Yeah, let's just cash it in. Combat Courier. Well, it has to read the card, apparently. They can sacrifice this Soul Guide Lantern and eat my graveyard if they want. Okay, well that's better, because I was going to use the Obliterating Bolt, but now I can use the Excavation Explosion. And we get our blue. Things are looking up. Of course, my neighbor is using a power tool or something right now. Hope you can't hear it, but if you can, sorry. Opponent, same colors. Makes their third land drop. I think we might just Might Stone our Power Stone here. Start cracking in. Maybe with the Baleology Dragon Engine. And we draw a card. Don't mind if we do. Coming in hot. Don't have a bounce spell opponent. Next turn we're on the Psychosis Crawler. Just have to get them down to 4. You can throw their... Oh. It did have the bounce spell. Wow. Lucky for them. Aeronaut's Wings don't do them any favors. Get more blue on the board. Let's hope they're out of interaction here. 4/4 that's going to ping them every time they draw. Sounds pretty good to me. That's every time we draw, right? Yeah, okay. Even better. We on Earth now, they Soul Guide, probably. Guess there's no real reason to do it yet. Psychosis. Crawler. Not in danger of drawing cards yet. This is a sorcery speed effect, but I think we can just end the turn here. Blitz Automaton. Okay. Starting to get a little bit dicey for me. I'm guessing they planned to chump block here. I guess maybe I should have Obliterating Bolted the Automaton. Now they're being a 4/4, but I can insta-draw with the Combat Courier. Make it a 5/5. Latnam Adept. What you gonna do? Tapped out. Opponent. Good. Weak Stone Subjugation. I think we all attack here because we want to just pop that Combat Courier anyway. Activation Explosion. Maybe I should have done it pre-combat. Could have reduced their options here. I didn't really need to end the turn. We got a 5/5 we can throw at their face at any moment. And if they try to pop the Soul Guide, then we can double unearth. We can unearth one or the other one of these, so I think we've got them here. Depending on what they play. Kimura. What you got, Kimura? Oh, this can go face too, so I think we just got him here. Reckon the Soul Guide Lantern just to draw a card. Get a land. Archaeologist. Levitating statue. Let's go face with you for 4. Feel free to crack me for 4. We gonna explode on your face. GG's. Well, we're just how Brobi drew it up. Let's see if we can keep it rolling. Up against Miguel Caster. Well, the all red mana hand worked out for us last time. We got a 1, a 2, and a 3. Opponent's got a 1. I think I trade here. Maybe I shouldn't. The blue mana. Noetex. Noetex. All black. Oh, okay. A 5/4 Death Touch, but it's played on the prototype side as a 1/1 Death Touch. And I could just explode that and get in with the Stone Seeker, or I could just keep developing my board. Guess, yeah, we'll just keep diversifying threats. We want the Wing Commando to benefit from these excavation explosions. We can help it. Oh, good. They took a creature. And our Gigamole. Get in with these guys. Combat Couriers. So many couriers. Oh, they had the white mana. I really slow rolled that. I think they top decked it. Well, I could take out the Prospector. Pop as many as 2 couriers. What they want to do. Goodness, what's going on with the graphics there? Oh, I gotta lose a Power Stone? Oh well. I don't think I'm in much danger here of being low on Power Stones. Question is, does opponent have some big stomper here? Steel Exemplar. Last 2 or more colors. Right, 6/6. Pop a courier. Ooh. 3, 4. Yep, exactly enough. But they might have some removal, or they're just reading the card. No removal yet. Breath with the Rager. For the 6. And if I could chain some removal together. Have them. Make a mill a ton of cards. Teresian Mindbreaker. Oh, they're going for the attack. Okay. Take 7. I have a lot of ways to draw some removal here. Or I could just top deck it. Is that game? Is that the ball game? I have six mana between the Commando and the Combat Couriers. Even if they have single target removal, yeah, that's right. That's right, opponent. I kind of wanted to attack with the Mindbreaker just to see them mill half their library. Wow. Oh well. Okie doke. We actually got both our colors this time. Get our 2/1 flashy flasher. Look, a Combat Courier is kind of like a soldier, right? Phyrexian Infiltrator. This guy can get out of control. Maybe I should just take him out. Oops. If we draw land next turn, we get our Steel Exemplar too. Red-black is apparently a good deck in this format. Emergency Wild. Okay, well, I can get it back. But we are... Oh. Is it worth waiting? Yeah. Get a 4/4 on board. Better than a possible 6/6 some number of turns down the road. Take the 4/4 trample. And 4. Infiltrator's back, baby. They're growing it, baby. Guess what else is back? Back again. Excavation Explosion. Tell a friend. Oh, that's right. I triple spelled on you. Just got a nice trip. Gonna mill me? Thanks. Nice. Oh, Simian Simulacrum though. That's a rare. We'll make a 3/3. Okay, it doesn't have one more land to get this rock down. Maybe it's correct to unearth that and attack and just draw a card. No blocks. A pretty strong crackback here. Mechanized Warfare down. What kind of block are they going to put down? A Thraxodemon? Sure. Um, no, I suppose I should get the Coilos Rock going. Back in for 6. This flash. So hopefully they'll attack again. Their combat math is going to be pretty off. Overwhelming remorse. Okay, they're taking out the flyer. It uses up most of their turn, I think. Just the 4/3. So it goes. Bring this guy in. Dwarven Forge Chanter. Earth. On Earth. Coming at ya. A creature you don't control gets more. Do I sack? I have enough. Now let's just trade, I think. Go to 1. Which one are they going to target? They're going to target that one. Let's sack that one. With the Mightstones animation. Going to be even more combat math difficulties next turn. Unearth triggers that are useless. Yes, you best not attack me, Vladimir. Amir Vlad. Didn't even know how to spell Vladimir. Good game. All right. Go get it, Brobi wan Kenobi. Doing okay so far. I want to jinx it. Had some weird amounts of lands in opening hands. Not this time. Combat Couriers. I think it's correct to get the Thopter mechanic down here. Zephyr Sentinel. Oh wait, that's my soldier, right? Still worked. Got some removal out of the hand. The opponent. Do they have another one? They have another one. Is it worth just throwing this guy? Probably not. I'm gonna put a blocker down now. If I can't obliterate it. Huh. Annoying. Combat Pressure. Eat this guy. Maybe I should have saved it to throw out with the Spirit Blast. Now we can. Trigger, 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 trigger. Even cast another one of these. Would you like to take 5, opponent? In the trenches, okay. They've got a 2-2. They've got another 2-2. We'll keep our ability to draw 2 grow. I'm inclined to just let the War Plow die here. Let my guy die here. Power Stone Engineer. Okay. Zero. Lands is not what I wanted. Go with Opter Mechanic. Oh, land. Fly for 2. Crap. Ranger. Oh, this is a good card. They're 1 mana away from exiling our best creature, too. Cool. Could I not block there? Did I miss that upon something there? We're gonna lose to Flood. Flood, always my enemy. Combat trick. Figures that. Not what I expected. Not at all what I expected. Just hold back this mountain to bluff. Pass the turn. I think they're just going to eat our mechanic now with the trenches. We are toast. Huh. Instant speed though? Oh no, it's a sorcery. Alright, well, make sure their last card is a combat trick. Otherwise we're gonna get some value out of the stop the mechanic after all. Combat Couriers. Cash it in. Don't need to play that. Fly for 2. You. Alright, Mechanized Warfare. Heck good. They're gonna surveil. Thinking hard about whatever it is. Falling on a land. It is Gitaxian Infiltrator. Interesting. Guess they're just feeling it's a little outclassed at this point in the game. Block the 2/5. That takes 6. They go up to 11. Actually, I could have flashed in the rock. Double blocked on the medic, probably. Probably was the better play. Get in. Yeah, I'll trade that. Maybe I would have rather had the card, I don't know. Okay, they finally used their exile ability. We played them pretty close here, I have to say. Fight just turbo flooding, oh my goodness. Guess I can get an attack in here. Kind of a neutral point with the Ocean Medic, and they're surveilling, so they're getting the advantage. This is like more than 2/3 of my land, the top half of my deck. And now I gotta block one of these guys. For 1. Top deck. Steel Exemplar, not quite. If one of those cards was our like fling, this guy was hasty. Maybe I shouldn't have played a land there and bluffed him. Good game. So close. Just lost a flood. Argenmendon. Argenmendon. Alright. Seems like a good hand. We don't have a 2-drop, but we have a 1-drop. Both our colors. We can disfigure this guy immediately. What if we hold back the red so they don't know what yet? Warplow. Seeing a lot of Warplows today. Pass the turn. That was sad. My 3-drop got killed by their 1-mana spell, although I think they just kept their mana up that whole turn, so no. The sorcery, yeah, let's go ahead and build up our mana because we got the Colossus next turn. Potentially. And we're building up to having Steel Exemplar with counters on it. Could be cool. What do we think? Because they seem to be some kind of weird draw go black-white deck. I guess got removal, they got removal. There it comes, if they've got it. Attacks. Right, got some damage in. What you gonna do, opponent? You're just like the removal dot deck. It is. Well, let's hope we're threats dot deck. Take two. Alright. Are you finally out of removal? Please finally be out of removal. Something tells me they're not finally out of removal. They would have played a creature or something by now. So evolve your wilds. Aha, okay, okay. Maybe they've just been struggling for a color. Esper. Oh, this is nice because we know they're removal dot deck here. Right. Hmm. That was a mistaken attack. I was just so excited. All right. You got me there, opponent. To crack one of these Combat Couriers. Here comes the removal spell I can't save it from with Zephyr Sentinel now. Alright, enough of you, guy. Hey, my 6/6 actually connected. What are the chances? Prison Sen. Hold on, let me see if I can... Something off the top. We got them to play something on their main phase. For like the second time this game. Up to mechanic. EQ. And there. Raxodemon. Now these Thopter mechanics aren't that great. This only on your turn? Each turn, okay. Okay, we've got multiple threats on board now. One's got a vermin. Mill themselves. They mill into a Razor Lash. Get a Thraxodemon back and the Power Stone Engineer back. That's fine. They can't block flyers. What would we most like to subjugate? Probably the Thraxodemon? Auto pay with those. As well bring this one back too, I think. Definitely cracking one of them. The Thopter mechanic and bigger. Lands, lands, lands. What do I do with all these lands? Alright, can they remove our flyer or block it? Huh. Interesting choice. Have reach? Okay, take that out. And punching in for one. That might not have been the best strategy, opponent, because I have ways to make hasty attackers deck. Don't you know? Good game, though. That was quite the game. Oop, forgot to hit record. Well, I kept a hand with this island in the Combat Courier. Opponent attacking, no blocks. They have a Zephyr set. Had no two mana plays. So I'll take damage. Zephyr Sentinel, zero. Only you were a soldier, Combat Courier. Only if only. In for 3. One plays nothing for their turn 3. We're up on tempo. And that reads as a desperation sack to me. Wow. Well, they have the bounce spell. I'm screwed. But if they don't, they could be taking some big hits here. Or we just have the Zephyr Sentinel. Spirit Blast. Go big or go home. Uh-oh, it's pausing. Not a good sign. Got it. I have a gun. Urza, Power Stone Prodigy. I just bounce my Zephyr Sentinel. Because if I don't play anything, they know. Vigil of Valor, sure. Equip. No, they don't equip. Huh. Up, draw a card, discard a card. Now they equip. Interesting strategy. Scatter Array. Ooh. Some got scattered. We'll play this. Back their Combat Couriers, sure. Hold their bluff on that one. What? No shortage of islands. Fancy, fancy islands. Eat this guy. I guess I should have done it on my turn for the Thopter mechanic. That was dumb. Counterspell. Diakosis Krella. We can just slam some fatties here. Question is, what is the best one to do? This guy? Gonna have the counterspell. Toilets rock, okay. We can throw our Thopter mechanic at that. They put their own Thopter Mechanic in the yard, play a land. What is their final card? A Hulking Metamorph. Holy camole. Ouch. Well, we have an easy win here if they don't block. I believe this should do 7. The red source. Oh, and we could obliterate the 3/3. Alright, opponent, your go. Psychosis Crawler. Pass the turn. Silver Matter, sure. Bought themselves a turn, I guess. I mean, I think we're still on the Psychosis Crawler plan. Suppose we can get a Combat Courier down too. Last turn. The Mechanized Warfare, that deals 5 and that deals 2. Yeah. Got there. Okay, we're 5-2. Keep it going. See if this Brobi deck can go all the way. It could go all the way. Up against TK Lounge. This is more like the usual hand the shuffler gives me. Even with a second land, this is not a good hand, so we're going to ship this. And this is not a good hand, so we're going to ship this. And we're starting to get to the point of serious diminishing returns. Back the giant stuff. Hope to draw mana. Hope to draw red by turn 3. Okay. Guessing that RNG is ending our career now. Oh my goodness. Don't even have instant speed approval. I suppose I kill that now before they can put the crown on it. Oh, and they milled into 2 unearth things. Pretty solid for opponent. My plan is to get to 7 mana. I'm actually willing to trade the Combat Courier here, because if they pop the crown on that guy, that's a free card for them. Low ran. Dwarven Forge Channeler. Forge Chanter. Crack this guy. Probably should have used an island there, auto tapper. You don't want to have to game where you have to trade off, but they've got that crown down, so like kind of have to trade off. If there's any creatures they keep on the battlefield, they can pop that on there. And I can never trade off with them. It's very bad if I do, anyway. They got plays in hand, come on. They got ambush paratrooper, you don't need to flash that in. The 2-color deck. Land is not great for us here. Just gonna beat us up here. Upwork Rager, sure. Get 2 in the air. Maybe. They'll allow it. Yeah, sometimes the shuffler just don't want you to win. Another ambush paratrooper, well. The trade I'm happy to make. Kind of. I wouldn't say I'm happy to make it, but I'm making it. Oh! The opponent has no removal. Their 4-2 still attacks right through this. Pass the turn. Maybe we can mill him out? Nope. Yes, well, you are feeding us with the extra cards that you have that we had to put to the bottom. So, that's not fun. Third Dwarven Forge Chamber. Attacks. I think we're going to have to chump next turn. Oh, opponent attacks here. Only one creature we can block. I did say it was a good game, opponent. I had to mulligan twice. Did I do 3 mulligans? Anyways, the flooding out on land is like a 3rd, 4th, and 5th mulligan. Aha! It was a good run. It was a good run. If I hadn't had to concede that first game, could have kept it going. But I do believe with 5 wins, we will get back our gemmies. Here, yep, 1,600 gems, 4 packs. Claim the prize. Stick around. Let's open some packs. Oh, goodness, I got 6 Brothers War packs to open. Let's do Midnight Hunt first. The Amazon has a deal on the Midnight Hunt packs. You can get a whole draft box for $55. If you watch this far, say hashtag $55 draft. And people will go, what? Leave a comment. Hashtag $55 draft. Soul Partition. Closest they're going to get to printing Swords to Plowshares these days. Ooh, Gix. Our side card, because we got a Mox Amber. Knew a girl named Amber once. She was no Mox. Llanowar Wastes. Love that art. Before Llanowar was really destroyed. Eldon Ronim Excavator. Visions of Phyrexia and a Perilous Vault. Good stuff, good stuff. Ornithopter. Talking about really good stuff. Deathbloom Ritualist. Are people playing this in Commander? I mean, it's clearly a Commander card, right? 5 mana for a 3/5. Tap to add number of creature cards in your graveyard. I have a green-black elf deck, and that's like should be the prime deck for this Commander, but this seems like a lot. Like if it was a mana dork, you'd want it to be cheaper. Elves has some crazy good mana dorks for 3, you know? So I feel like this could even be an uncommon. If it was an uncommon, to be really fun, right? Well, anyways, thanks for joining me here in the attic. I've been Manadad. Earlier you saw Brobi wan Kenobi. Brobi has been actually streaming on Twitch for this set and really crushing it. So check out his Twitch. It'll be in the description. And with that, I'll just remind you that Magic is a game so fun, even dads can enjoy it. Adios.